Man, this is lifestyles of the poor and unfucking fortunate. But I tell you what, bitch, we got views.
It's I got some shit to say to podcast, man. It's a special evening, Chatty.
It is, man.
ChadArmesTV in the building.
ChadArmesTV.com.
A little low, but it'll work. Y'all know me.
Fuck you, Squint.
Shout out Wizard Fizzle, R.I.P. And the gentleman in the middle of us is goddamn Nashville royalty.
For sure.
I idolize that gentleman. His name is Dolewite.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Listen
sure,
to that
man.
radio voice.
I know. The mics come on and it just comes out.
This is probably.
But that's how you were talking without him turned on.
Thank you.
Just on the mic, everybody
You got to shake that shit off from time to time. Do you catch yourself like in your radio voice as soon as like you have an opportunity to speak and you're just like, oh shit?
No, because I think this is how I talk when I'm speaking up for the most part. Like if I'm projecting, but I think when I'm not at work, I don't project that much. Like I'm not like I don't like yell at people. You know what I mean? So,
we do have out of state listeners.
for
Okay. So for the listeners and watchers that aren't familiar with this gentleman in the middle, he is the who are you?
I'm Dolewite,
the program director.
And I do afternoons on WBT. 101 Wonder Beat here in Nashville. It will be actually 20 years as of December 10th.
Fuck yes.
I've been at 101 Wonder Beat. Not in that exact title. Kind of worked my way up over the years,
but with them, though.
With them, yes, with that station. And so
I remember
spent my entire career. It's the only station that's ever given me a paycheck to work for them. So
dope.
That's dope that you're coming up on 20 years.
20 years.
That's awesome, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out Scoob.
Yeah, my brother Scoob passed away in 2012. It's been almost 10 years. It's crazy when I think about it. But for those of you that don't know, we started doing nights here. We actually started in college at Georgia Southern University and then got the job here in Nashville when we were 23. That was 2001. We had just gotten that promotion to afternoons in 2011, and then that February, it was November of 2011, around this time when we started doing afternoons, and then in February 2012, he tragically passed away from a disease called sarcoidosis that he didn't know he had. So, yeah.
Unbelievable story.
Yeah.
Shout out Scoob. We
for sure.
We actually had the luxury and the opportunity of meeting you guys when he was still with us.
Yeah.
09, yep.
And it was literally, as an artist, it was literally like the pinnacle of my career that day.
Oh man.
Right.
For sure.
And looking back, bro, like it was kind of a big deal here in the city.
Yeah,
bro.
it was.
Nobody gets in that building.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody gets it. You know what I'm saying? Like we understand 20 years later. Yeah. But in 09,
everything was different then, though. Like it doesn't seem that long ago, but the whole fucking music game was different. The whole radio game was different. Everything really was different in 2009. It was a different world.
But Dolewite looked exactly the same.
Yep, he hasn't aged.
Minus the beard. The beard's got a little longer.
Yeah.
That dude's aged well.
Yeah, he hasn't aged.
I stopped eating meat.
Is that it? You were a vegetarian?
I'm a vegetarian. Yeah.
Wow.
My wife's vegan. I'm vegetarian, but that's only been like a year and a half, though.
Wow.
Yeah.
How's that going for you?
I actually don't miss meat at all.
Really?
Yeah.
People that are like newer to it say it makes them feel amazing.
No, it does, and I feel a lot. I do. I feel really good.
What's that? Is it expensive?
It's not cheap, but it's not like you can do it. You know what I mean? But plus, you can if you're really like outdoorsy, you can grow your own shit.
Chad, could you ever be a vegetarian? Mel said no.
I could cut out meat before I could cut out like pasta and potatoes, probably.
So Chad's been kicking like sugar and shit.
Yeah, I quit sodas and all that, which
that's tough.
Yeah, that wasn't that hard for me. For me, it's like all that other like stuff.
I quit sodas a year before my daughter was born, and then the night that my daughter was born, which is now 4 years ago, I was hungry, but like I don't know. There's only vending machines, so I just got a Coke, and I've been back on it since. Yeah, fell off the wagon, I guess.
For sure. My thing was like I didn't drink a lot, but I would drink Mellow Yellow or Mountain Dew, and that's the worst one.
There's no
it's gasoline.
That refrigerator's full of Mountain Dew. It's 9 p.m. and I'm drinking a Monster. Yeah. There you go. There's my life.
Yeah. But that's dope, man. That's really cool because like going back to when he won that contest, that was such a huge day for all of us because he was going there, but we were all there. We went down there.
Dude, Jelly was with us.
Jelly was with us.
Crazy.
Then. Like the video's still on the channel.
Worm was with us.
Passed away. Worm was with us. We were so hyped, man, and it was cool that
And what's even cooler?
And shout out to y'all for doing that, man.
It's
That was
all
big.
documented.
Yeah, we got it all.
I would love to see that.
Even
We'll
the
send you
interview.
link. It's on this channel that we put this podcast on. It's one of the first.
It's one of the first videos on ChadArmesTV.
Because 09 is
12
when
years
I
ago.
started the channel, and that was one of the first 6 months of.
It has like
content.
0 views. It has like 800 views. It's crazy that it sits like that.
Yeah,
But to me, I watched it. It seems like 700
You watched it.
times.
You're the one that's watched it 800 times.
Probably so. Probably so, man. Probably so. But y'all let Chad come in on the interview.
Yeah.
So when you and Scoob were interviewing me live or whatever it was, like pre-recorded, whatever, y'all let Chad film it. So he's in the room, and that's documented. And that's
dope.
Yeah.
Bruh, I love it. I fucking love it.
It was cool, man.
I relive it every time I watch it.
I would love to watch that. Like seriously,
we'll check
I'm
it
gonna
out
go
before
back
you
and
leave.
watch it because I love watching like old videos. There's a video of Scoob and I. We did the first interview with Pimp C when he got out of jail, and that video has like tons of views. Like I mean,
dude.
You could probably find it, but that was an intense day. But it was just dope to have that piece of history.
That's
now,
my
yeah.
favorite rapper of all time, bro.
Really?
Pimp C, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So-
yeah.
It was a crazy day, man. Like
bet.
he had the largest human being I've ever been in the presence of. His security guard was the largest person.
Really?
The largest. I've been
Fun
in
fact.
presence of Shaq.
Oh wow.
The largest human being I've ever seen, and did not have any emotion on his face at all. He had
Nothing there.
he had a briefcase handcuffed to his arm, and he didn't say shit the entire interview. Like his security, we're like, everybody walks in and we're like, yo, what up, man? What up, man? What up? His security guard didn't say shit. He stood there at one point. Scoob, Scoob was a bigger dude, was trying to get around him, and Scoob was like, hey man, excuse me. Dude didn't move. Scoob had to like make himself smaller to get around dude. We were like, what the fuck is going on? It's the only interview I've ever been in that I was like kind of scared. Like I was a little fucking shook. I was like, this guy could like pick me up with like his fingers and and just like he was a fucking giant.
That's crazy.
That's got to be a perk of being in your position.
Meeting people,
Meeting people.
it's cool. It's
Or is it old now?
I don't think it's old. I don't think it gets old. I think you get jaded at some point because you meet so many people and so many of them have a record and then they're gone.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think you get jaded with it sometimes. So sometimes people, I remember even in like 2002, we were in Puerto Rico they used to do this Mix Show Power Summit, and me and Scoob were in Puerto Rico, and it was like right before 50 popped. And so everybody down there, all the other DJs down there, like on 50's dick, and everybody's like 50 cents here, 50 cents here. And me and Scoob like, who the fuck is 50 Cent? Who gives a shit about this dude? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then like we literally fly back to Nashville. I promise you, like 2 weeks later in the club was like the biggest record ever in the history of all music. You know what I'm saying? And we were like, oh, we fucked that one off.
fuck
Like,
that one off.
Bro,
should have gotten that picture.
I remember when that album came out because I was in high school. I was working at Media Play, and somebody in
Media Play.
somebody
Shout out
in Young
Media
Bucks,
Play.
in Young Bucks camp came in and bought 500 copies of that album. They bought every copy that because Buck was on the album.
Yeah.
And I guess he bought every copy that they had to call to see if they'd let him do it. And he bought every copy that the store had and was, I guess, passing them out to everybody.
That same year 50 came, he did a tour and he came to Nashville, and it was supposed to be the Clips and 50, and they let Scoob and I open a show for it. So I had this tight, like, they were like, you guys have 15 minutes, and we was cool. So we had like this tight 15-minute set. I think we had Kwani on it. Kwani came out and performed. We
Shout
had
out Kwani Cash.
Yeah, we had a couple other rappers come out. We had a couple records, boom, boom, boom. And so our 15 minutes was up, and they was like, the Clips ain't here. And we were like, all right, well, we prepared for 15 minutes. We were on stage for 2 hours waiting on 50 to get there. Like,
Oh, wow.
people was so pissed, and nobody came to see us. You know what I'm
Was y'all
saying?
just spinning music? Or what
We was
y'all-
playing music. We was talking to the crowd. It got bad.
I
that's
went to
crazy.
something and seen Dolewite host. I want to say it was like the 10-year joint, maybe the 5-year joint.
I saw he hosted a couple of things at the Rutledge whenever we was
That
at the
too.
Rutledge.
He's
lot.
been
I
like a
remember
judge and shit.
You hosted some stuff. I mean, we saw you at the Rutledge.
But I'll be
several
real,
times.
Dolewite. From the moment I met you, you've always remembered me. You've always held it down. You've always said, "What's up, man? How you doing?" You know, like,
I'm a nice person.
he's not an asshole, guys.
No, I try not to be.
Oh, man.
Some people would argue with that, but I try not.
Shout out to your boy Joe Major.
Yeah, what up, Joe?
That's my guy.
Yeah, Joe's my guy.
He beat you here, Joe.
Yeah.
Because Joe was supposed to pull up
Was it?
A while back, yeah.
Come on,
I
Joe.
think I was trying to use Joe to get to you.
Oh no! All you gotta do is hit me directly, man. I'm here.
I saw where he
see
did-
that.
I was waiting. I was getting offended. I was like, why the fuck hasn't he asked me yet?
Oh, dude, that's
Fuck these guys.
bro. You have don't want Dolewite saying "fuck these
No.
guys" at all. The name of the episode.
Fuck these guys.
Listen, I've already came up with the name of the episode.
F these guys?
The Gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper?
Yeah.
There you go.
The Gatekeeper. It's not every day we have the program director of the only successful hip hop station in the Ville.
Yeah.
Here at our table.
For sure.
And to see his journey, bro, I'm a native. Like, we grew up here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't move here when we were 5 or 10 or none of that shit. Like, I'm old as dirt, but I've seen your growth from the moment you came to Nashville.
You know, I didn't grow up here, but I feel like I grew up here because, like,
Oh, dude, yeah. You inherited the city probably 10 years in.
yeah,
Easy.
like it was. I was
Probably way before
23.
then.
Like I didn't know shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're 23, you think you know shit, but when you're 40, I'm 43 now, so like I really didn't know shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I grew up here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my life in Georgia beforehand, like it seems like
Yeah.
ages ago. You know what I mean? Like I go the rare times that I actually do go home to the Atlanta area, like I barely know my way around anymore.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like
What was that like? Like taking that decision from Georgia Southern and coming here?
I was actually
It's a
I
big
did
step, like to leave the Atlanta area.
yeah. So Georgia Southern is closer to Savannah than it is Atlanta, right? So when I dropped out of Georgia Southern 4.5 years in.
Hell yeah! Shout out to the dropouts.
Yes, way to go. And then I got an internship at Hot in Atlanta, and I was there for about 8 months, and then we got this job, and it was hard for me to leave because I wasn't making any money at all. I was working at a mailboxes, et cetera, and then working for Hot for free as an intern. But people fucked with me at Hot. People fucked with me in Atlanta at that point.
You good people.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. And I was hungry, and people saw that. I had some talent. People saw that. And so to get up and leave that, to go somewhere where I'd never really spent any time, like I'd rolled through Nashville plenty of times, but that was scary, and it was a hard decision. You know what I mean? Because I was the young guy. I was the guy that was going to be next there. And then I decided to leave to come here. That was tough. That was and then Nashville then and Nashville now, two totally different fucking places.
Way different.
Night and day, dog.
But I'm so glad that I came here, man, because I look at some people that I worked with back then, and everybody seems kind of douchey. And I'm like, yo, I was young.
Yeah.
I probably would have been a fucking douchebag too. And I'm glad. And Nashville is just more my vibe than Atlanta probably ever was. You know what I mean? Like,
It seems like you've done well, my friend.
yeah, I appreciate that.
Honestly.
Did you growing up? Did you know when did you?
When
Start
did that-
getting
yeah,
into-
when did that
getting into that?
I think in high school, I think I knew. I kind of, from middle school on, I was all about the music, right?
Yeah.
And then in high school, it was like, what am I good at? What do I love to do?
You do vinyl too, right?
Yeah.
Love it.
I
Keep
was
going.
I was good at. I still have all my records too. We can get that
love
later. Never threw anything away. What do I love? What do I love? I love the music. What am I good at? I'm good at talking. Like I got through high school not because I was good at any of the subjects. I got through high school because my teachers liked me. You know what I'm saying? I was a likable person. People fucked with me, and so like I just kind of put that together, and radio was what it was. And at the same time, Hot in Atlanta launched, which was our first. Like V103 played hip hop from like 6 to 10 at night, and that was it. But Hot was like a real hip hop station. So when that station came on, and I'm invested in these DJs and these personalities at that point, I knew this is it. And so I was either going to go to Georgia State, which is downtown Atlanta, which has an excellent radio program, or Georgia Southern, which is 3 hours out. I knew I wanted to be further away. I went and visited the radio station at Georgia State. It was fucking intimidating. I mean, it looked like a radio station looks like in the movies. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, oh, there's lights everywhere and shit. Yeah. And so like walking in there and never have been in a radio studio before, like that shit is intimidating. And I saw Georgia Southern's, which was the polar opposite of what that was. It had like the old board with like fucking knobs on it that you turn with your hands.
Homey.
Like
It was
this.
homey.
Yeah. I was like,
I feel you.
I could start here. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I could.
Less intimidating.
Yes, I could do
get it.
this. And then I didn't get into Georgia State, which is weird because it's not really an illustrious school. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I got into Georgia Southern. So the decision was easy. It was made for me.
Gotcha.
And you came to Nashville right around the time of like.
You said he dropped out of Georgia.
Yeah, I dropped out.
So
Yeah.
let me ask you something before we keep going forward. Did you use your being a student to get the internship? Was that a necessity?
Then no. Now yes.
That sucks.
Now yes. I dropped out and I was able to still intern.
Fucking
Yeah.
A.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's dope.
I mean, this is 20 years ago. Yeah.
And now that's not the scenario.
Fuck no. Hell no. You
wanna
got to
come
get
work for
credit. They got
Dolewite.
a whole thing. It's hard.
Can I be the janitor or something up there? I'm looking for a career change. My friend. I've been in the same industry for 20 years. Not to expose my age. Literally, this is the 20th year of my
Just
career.
like Dolewite. You've been 20 years.
20
now.
years. There you go.
And I've been in digital marketing, like printing and shit. Like I've done this for years. Flyers. I've supplied the city with flyers and CD inserts, mixtape inserts, fucking every artist, all that shit. That's what I've done. That's what led me to meet half the people I know.
That's dope.
Right?
Sure.
But it sucks. And
Does
I hate
it?
It does. I hate it. And I'm in management now, and like it's just, bro, it's not for me. I put in 60 hours a week doing shit I absolutely hate. So that's why I applaud your story.
Oh man, I appreciate
Sure,
it.
man.
Yeah.
And when you came to Nashville in 03, you said?
Oh, 01.
Or 01?
December of 01. Yeah.
So like that was
That's amazing.
That was the start of like when the mixtape circuit started popping off. And
Yeah.
all that. Like a little
I was
before that.
19
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 23. Yeah.
because I just got out of school in 2000. I dropped out. But before I dropped out, Chad, what did I want to be when I was still in school?
DJ.
A DJ.
Oh,
So you want to hear a fun story?
go for
DJ
it.
Squints.
92Q. AG.
Yeah, it's my guy. AG worked with
Shout out
us
AG.
for 20 years almost. Yeah.
AG was a personality that I like as young, before 101. You know what I'm saying? Like 92Q was a spot.
Right.
It had to have been. And 106.7 came through for a little while, whatever.
Right,
But
remember
92Q was the one. And
Yeah.
what was their countdown shit? Anyway, AG had like the evening spot, whatever, like 6 to 10, I think is what it was. But one night I called. And you got to keep in mind I was like 16, 17 years old. And I used to like try to win radio contests like everybody else, man, write down the songs and shit. But one time I called AG and he got on. He's like, "It's your boy AG 92. Who? What's up?" You know what I'm saying? It's like radio shit. And I'm like, nah. AG, real talk. Like this. I just got a question. He was like, "What's up, man? What's up?" Yeah. I was like, "Man, what do I got to do to get your job?" And he's like, "Huh?" I said, I want your job. How do I do what you do?" He said, "Shit, man. Go to college. Get a degree in communications or radio broadcasting."
Yeah.
And I said, "Okay. Thanks for your time, buddy."
Was it supposed to be like requesting a song?
Yeah, I mean, he just answered the phone, man. I mean, fuck,
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
there's a number. He knows the number. Like, you just call the number.
I thought it was like live on the air. And
No. But they pre-recorded. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would, if it was somebody calling in to
You used
do
to answer
whatever.
you answer the phones like nonstop. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Golly.
I think he's onto something though, because had I not gone to Georgia Southern, had I not done the radio show there, I wouldn't be here now. I think college radio is an excellent place to start out.
But it's not a necessity.
It's not a necessity. No.
I think it's a shame that it is.
Yeah.
I'd come sweep the floors in that motherfucker if I could work my way up to just sitting as a personality.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I did though. I mean,
you did. That's why
Yeah.
That's why I fuck, bro. You have no idea, dude.
did.
Like at the beginning of the shit, how I said how envious I was of this person right here. Like, dude, I've idolized your scenario for a long time.
I
dog.
appreciate
I
that,
really
man.
have. I'm a fucking fan of Dolewite.
I appreciate that, man.
For sure.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I do.
that shit's easy. Everybody loves Dolewite.
Another thing too, like that I'm sure you deal with, like with artists, when we were going back to talking about meeting so many people, you probably meet some artists that aren't. Because is it true that a lot of the artists aren't really big on radio?
Yeah.
So you probably meet some of those artists in not their best moods.
Yeah. I think
You know what I mean?
think a lot of artists will come through when they come through and they'll be like, I don't fucking do this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I just don't want to answer questions from this dude that I'm never gonna see again in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I get that. And so for me, like I think back in the day, you used to try to get something out of them. So if that's what you're doing, and that's the energy I'm getting, I'm gonna, when's the album coming out, bro? All right, cool. Hey man, thank you for coming by. You know what I mean? I'm gonna wrap that shit up and we're fucking done here. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't even air the shit on the radio. You know what I mean? Like, and that's not being spiteful. It's just like, if you're riding around listening in your car, I feel like you deserve better than me just saying, hey bro, when's your album coming out? I can fucking tell you when their album's coming. You can Google that shit if you really want to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to waste your time if you're a listener listening to some bullshit just because you don't
want to be here,
right? Because he don't want to be here. That's cool. You ain't got to be here. We good.
You get approached by local talent all the time?
I did. I did a lot more back in the day. I think for two reasons. One, I was out a lot more. I mean, I was a club DJ. That's
for sure
half my income for many years.
Shout out Karma.
Yeah, Karma was the shit, man.
I remember Dolewite and Karma.
Yeah, bro. That Karma changed my life.
Ecstasy changed my life.
It changed mine too when I was in college. Washed my hands one time for 20 minutes on X. Just because it fucking felt so good. I was just like washing my hands.
That's great.
It was amazing.
I bet.
But anyway, yeah, back to Karma. Karma changed my life though. Like Karma was the
That was a good look. That was a good spot.
Yeah, it was fucking great.
All the best spots just disappear.
They did. They're all owned by, or they all have the titles of country music artists now.
Yeah.
Ain't that
So like,
crazy?
I walked in. I had not been back to the Karma building. I walked in the NFL draft, and it was Luke Bryan's, and I'm like trying to look around. Luke Bryan's like, is that where the DJ booth was? Like, is that it?
Shit
right
is
there?
so different,
it's
man.
It's so fucking different.
But what's crazy is none of them country bars are jumping until they start playing hip hop.
I know it's
which is so funny.
So ass backwards.
It's the most that Lower Broadway is the most ass backwards place. Like, I'll ride through because I live in the area, and so I'll ride through every now and again on a nice spring day just to be like, what the fuck's going on out here? Like, COVID didn't exist in Lower Broadway. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro. When you first moved here, Broadway didn't exist.
No, it didn't. I tell people all the time too. It
was Second Avenue was the move.
Yes, Second Avenue was the move. I tell people all the time.
Shout out Hurricanes.
Hurricanes. Yeah, Scoob and I would get off the air at midnight and we would drive and go shoot pool at Bailey's, and we would park on the street at Broadway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would park on the street and you would walk across the street.
Desolate. Nobody'd be there.
It was no cars. You could just walk right down there. We'd be like, yo, meet us at Bailey's at midnight. We're going to be there.
And minus the country bars now, all the shit in between is the exact fucking same shit it was. Exact fucking same, like Ernest Tubbs record shop and shit like that. It's all still there.
Yeah. They're probably making a lot more money now.
They better fucking be. That shit's crazy though. To go downtown now.
It's different.
It's way
$38 to park for 30 minutes.
Even when my wife moved here, which was 2013, we would meet sometimes at like Rock Bottom and just sit up on the rooftop and have lunch. Mm-hmm. And I remember the last time we did it was probably like 2014, and I went to park. And it was like $25 for 4 hours. I'm like, I'm here for 30 minutes. I'm not paying this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was it. We don't
Joe's
go down
Crab Shack. It was like that. It was like $28.
Joe's Crab Shack. Ain't it still there?
Yes.
I don't know. This is a couple years
see
ago.
what I'm saying? Like, nobody. I never even see that motherfucker no more. That's this part of town you just don't go to.
No, if you live here, you don't go to Lower Broadway. And if you have somebody visit you and they want to go to Lower Broadway, you're just like, fuck, no, not there. Anywhere but there. Take you anywhere but there.
Anywhere but there. And that's the first place anybody that don't live here wants to go.
Yep. Exactly.
For sure.
So when so the personal life, when you said you got married, how long you been married?
It's 6 years now.
What's that like?
I was one of those people that I got married when I was, how old was I when I got married? Probably
I remember,
36.
I remember on social media like when you got married.
I was 30,
like maybe on the radio when you got married.
Yeah, I was 36 when I got married. So I had lived like a pretty fast life up until I met my wife. When I didn't meet her until I was 34. I was in a club 2-3 times a week working and drinking, and I honestly feel like I got every ounce of what I could get out of being single. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like I left nothing on the table, you know what I mean? Yeah. So being married for me is easy. Like
I can see it.
Yeah, I don't want to be out. You know what I'm saying? I was out.
You've done that. You've been there.
I lived a perpetual fucking bachelor party for 15 straight years. You know what I'm saying? Like I was
envious.
So some people would be like, "Man, you want to come out?" I'm like, "No, I don't. I'm
grown.
I'm home." You know what I'm saying? I'm in the house now. And
did y'all meet through music?
No, actually, it's kind of odd. Scoob had a girlfriend when he passed, his girlfriend and I at the time became really close friends, and one of her sorority sisters was my wife.
Oh, that's
and so,
okay.
no, but that's not how we met though. We met because I was like, hey, my wife used to dance for the Miami Heat, and so Scoob used to always tell me that his girlfriend had a sorority sister who danced for the Heat, and then he met her once and was like, you would really like her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would really like her.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. And then I remember one time me and his girl were at lunch, and I was like, what's her Instagram? She showed me. I started following her, started liking all her pics, and this was before DMs too. I couldn't even slide in DMs. I pulled it.
Liking like 6 or 7 within 4 minutes. I'll follow you, bro.
Yeah, it just
look at me.
She eventually followed me back like 6 months later, and then, here we are with a kid.
That's dope, man. That's dope though, bro.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It's weird.
It's dope that it ties in with Scoob too.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
1000%.
It's fucking crazy.
That's kind of the best part of it.
Yeah.
Realistically,
It's fucking crazy.
It's crazy though, bro, to have you sit here with us. It feels like I just know this motherfucker. Like, I've only got to hang out with this guy a handful of times, and he's a pretty popular guy, so I don't get to hang out with him like this often. I don't think I've never really got to sit with you this long.
Probably not.
Right?
Yeah.
But I feel like I know you like personally because we have literally listened to you on the radio for so fucking long. Do you still spin like, or do you still have a segment?
Yeah, I still do mix show.
No. I was gonna ask by choice because now you're the man now.
Yeah. No. I enjoy mix show. I actually I stopped doing weekly club events probably 2016, 2017, right before I became a father, and I was burnt. I was done, and then end of 2019, I was like, I could do this once a month. I kind of miss this. Sometimes I'll be up. I might be up on a Saturday night, you know what I'm saying, maybe recording some mixes or whatever. I might catch a vibe and be like, oh, that would be dope to play in a club if people were here to hear that other than me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I might not be the only person who appreciate this.
For sure.
And so I remember I hit Crisis. I'm like, yo, let's do something New Year's.
Shout out
like,
DJ Crisis.
Man, my brother. And he was like, cool, let's do it. And then I DJ'd New Year's Eve 2020. I'm like, yo. And I rocked, and it felt good. It wasn't as smooth as it used to be because I used to have those sets memorized, and I could do them my eyes closed and all that shit. So it wasn't as, but most of the time the crowd doesn't realize that shit. I'm just a fucking perfectionist with my shit. You know what I'm saying? So I know my shit wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. But I was like, all right, I'm back. I'm gonna do this shit at least once a quarter, once a month, especially when the weather starts to change. And then COVID hit, and I haven't been back since then. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened. So yeah, but I'm going to get back out once a month or so. I think starting 2022.
You ever make tapes?
I tried to make mixtapes a couple occasions. We did 2.
He says I tried. He can do it on fucking radio segment. You know he can make tapes.
Here's the thing about the tapes, though. The tapes, you have to be perfect. Or I felt like I had to be perfect.
With your blends and stuff?
You get right.
Yeah.
And on radio, it's like, if it's not perfect, it's live, so fuck you. There's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I can't mix and there be one small mistake in it.
Yeah.
I won't be able to do it.
Speaking of mixing and DJing, me and my buddies went to the No Limit reunion last Friday.
Oh yeah,
and I saw C-Wiz.
C-Wiz is my guy, my brother.
Shout out C-Wiz.
Man, I love. Let me tell you about C-Wiz, man. Scoob and I, when we first moved here in 2001, C-Wiz and Daryl J, they were the fucking guys.
Shout out Daryl fucking J.
Yeah, they were the fucking ones.
So fire, bro.
We were I guess in our young 23-year-old minds, we were like, these guys are gonna fucking hate us. Because we're like these young kids coming in. We didn't work Nashville, but we worked our ass off to get that job. But we you know what I'm saying? We hadn't worked Nashville. Yeah. And they were everything. They did everything but fucking hate us. They were like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, let's set up a night and we're all going to make some money together. And that was, ever since then, I've been like, yo, me and Wiz been close, man. That's my guy.
Wiz has always been plugged the fuck into.
Man,
he's always been, I've met him multiple times. He
used to be with Bun and Pimp C.
Yeah.
He used to be with UGK.
Yeah.
And then was with
3-6.
3-6 too, yeah. Wiz is a fucking legend, man.
I need to get to see Wiz over here.
You do. Wiz is a fucking I bet you Wiz got some fucking stories too.
Oh, bro, you already know he does.
Yeah.
I rock with C-Wiz too.
That's my guy.
And he knows it. There's a handful of the OG DJs I rock with.
I've never heard anybody say anything bad about C-Wiz, man.
Oh man.
And if somebody did say something bad, you got to punch him in the fucking mouth.
Bitter person.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They're the problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I need to reach out to C-Wiz, man.
Yeah.
That's my people.
That's my guy.
I like how he used to always spin Ibiza.
Yeah.
He's always being a beezer. Him and Brian D both.
Brian D, man. R.I.P. Brian D, man.
Yeah,
That's my
R.I.P.
guy. I
Brian
did
D.
so many parties with Brian D back in the day, man.
We've got a lot of drops like Whizzle.
Whizzle Fizzle.
Yeah.
LexTopDollar.com.
So Brian D's name drops on here.
Yeah, man.
Usually when we say him, we were immediately R.I.P. Brian D.
Brian D might be the DJ in Nashville that fucking got more work than anybody.
Right.
Because he could do any club and did
Amazing.
do every club. Like, he
Right.
could be out 7 nights a week. And you'd be
Right.
like, God damn. Like,
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right.
yeah.
Yeah, R.I.P. Brian D. But his, as far as mixtape voiceovers and shit like that, man.
Yeah.
Have you ever got any of that?
I did. We did 2 tapes. The first one, I forgot how we did it. And the second one, we actually did through C-Wiz. And then it did well. It's back when you put them on CDs yourself, and it did really well. And C-Wiz was sending us checks.
CDs.
Yeah.
I steady bumps those. Them couple that Project Pat
dude.
did. Project Pat did a couple with C-Wiz. back in the
Yeah.
day.
Wiz was a fucking
Bruh.
mixtape.
The man, dude.
Yeah, no, he was that guy.
But him and Daryl J both. Like,
Yeah.
bro,
That's cool, too.
dude, Daryl J
He
had
used to
these
do
like,
R&B ones too, dog.
bro, he used to have them
Fire.
trucking
Yeah.
mixes, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the bass CDs and
Yeah,
shit. Like, shout out Daryl J, man.
Those guys are fucking legends in the
Legends,
city.
bro.
Yeah.
And I know those guys.
Yeah.
I know those guys.
I know C-Wiz, but I never met Daryl J.
I have a couple of times, but it's always been on some. Oh my god, you're Daryl J.
No, he's super nice dude, man.
Super nice guy.
Yeah.
But like Sir Swift,
Sir,
a little less.
Yeah.
Who else did I rock with heavy back when, bro? Les was my guy.
That's who got
how-
you into
Yeah,
music.
that's how I started.
DJ Lil Les,
like
yeah.
all the way back.
For
First
sure.
studio I ever walked into was DJ Lil Les's, and I said I want to be a rapper, and he's like, "You're white." I was like, "I know."
I know.
Sucks, right?
Stating random things back and forth with each other.
But that's how I met Wiz. That's how I met C Wiz.
Wiz is that
Is
guy,
through
man.
Les. He used to come because Les owned House of Hits, and House of Hits was like a mixtape spot. Fuck, bro. I mean, I remember Gotti and fucking Buck and DT and everybody dropping their tapes off to Les.
Yeah.
And I worked at House of Hits in Antioch for like 3 summers, probably. Yeah. Shout out to them guys, man. They got to pull up
DJ
on this.
Whitey. That was another one.
DJ Whitey.
Yeah, DJ.
Where's Whitey been?
Where's Whitey?
don't
That's
know
the
that.
campaign, bro.
Bro, like,
where's Whitey?
I remember one time I think I saw like an old pic of him and maybe Brian Deere. I'm like, what happened to Whitey? Like,
Right.
I follow him on all these social media platforms, and he's
Vanished. But I did see like somebody posted him or something recently, and he was with his wife and children, I believe.
That's
but
good. Okay.
Yeah. He looked fine, but
yeah, good.
where'd he go?
Well, I don't know. It's just,
He
I
was
guess
killing the mixtape circuit.
he was.
He was doing
hosting
everybody's
stuff.
he
mixtape.
stayed working.
He did my mixtape.
Yeah,
hosted yours, yeah.
Whitey stayed working. I don't know. And then just was like, I'm done, I guess. Because no, it felt like he could keep working.
He
Like,
always had the voice too. Man.
Yeah.
He had a great DJ voice.
yeah, he didn't like fall off or anything. He was just
Right?
gone. Like yeah.
Just a light switch.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you, bro. Shout out Whitey, man. I don't know. It seems like shout out Whitey.
Yeah, whatever.
You remember 40 Pro? He used to rock with 40.
I remember
Sanders.
the name.
He followed me
40
out
Pro,
on
yeah.
Instagram just recently. I followed him back immediately, but I haven't talked to Seven forever. But he used to be, him and Whitey were like, Whitey would out 40 Pro. Remember, he would always yell that.
yeah.
That's Sev Sanders.
Okay.
Sev Sanders used to run 40 Pro. Shout out Sev Sanders and DJ Whitey. But I rock with them dudes heavy, man. They need to pull up.
Yeah.
The list is long.
It
Dolewite's been on that list for a minute, but
Yeah.
I'm still very happy that you pulled up, my friend.
Sure, man.
I can't get over it.
At what time frame did you decide that you wanted to start getting into your own podcast and stuff?
Yeah.
Thinking about podcasts.
The
Podcast.
Dolewite podcast.
Yeah.
Dolewite podcast, man.
I think that like I knew I wanted to do a podcast a while back, but I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do with it.
That right there is the best part about it.
That's and
Because so I've listened to all 54 episodes.
oh man, I appreciate that,
Bro,
Yeah,
Like-
because it's more of a serious. It's like
you
I
talk about the shit I can't talk about.
Yeah, I try to be.
He said, yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is like on the radio show, I guess I can be silly and funny, and that's kind of the
But they
gig.
touch on political stuff,
Yeah.
and medical stuff, all kinds of shit,
kinds
dude.
of shit.
They
It's just more serious. It's like for me, it's like I try to.
it's fact filled.
Part that and part of it is also like imagining a better world, right? Like, what does that look like if we just stop doing some of the shit that we do as a society. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a good way to sum it up.
Would shit be better? The answer is probably yes, but are we ever going to do any of the shit that it takes to
But what I love most about your podcast from the first episode is you use profanity.
Oh, yeah.
Loved it.
I have a fucking horrible mouth.
Right? But without it just
But
it's
just
like,
listening to it on the radio, it's like,
yes. It's finally like the real Dolewite.
Yes.
You still hear the radio voice.
I wish I could curse more on the radio.
Do you?
Oh, God.
Especially if it's
That'd be hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be really tough for you.
That'd be tough.
Yeah.
But that's what editing.
You know editing. You know how fucked up it is to edit shit. So like, I had to edit every time I talk. Every curse word that I talk. It's just easier not to do it.
Just better, just to make it easier on you. Yeah.
So the building that Dolewite works in,
Yes.
it houses Clear Channel Radio. It's a Clear Channel Radio.
It's iHeartMedia now. But yes.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
My bad. So Dolewite works in the same building as 98 WSIX.
Bobby Bones. Yeah.
Bobby Bones.
Yeah.
Huge fan of Bobby Bones.
Yeah.
I met him in the parking lot at WBT.
Yeah.
I chased him down like a fucking fan.
I just saw he was on Ernest's podcast a couple weeks ago.
Shout out Ernest.
Yeah.
You know that guy? Ernest?
I don't. I know he's signed to Big Loud, and I know Seth.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Don't know
Yeah.
Seth. Who's Seth?
Seth England he's like the CEO of Big Loud.
Wow. Yeah, that's that kind of
Ernest is
guy.
a beast.
I mean, I don't like saying I know people. I know Seth. Like, we have each other's numbers. I don't like. We don't like get together for
Y'all are
Thanksgiving
familiar.
and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, I don't-
That's amazing.
Yeah, I like to put that. But no,
yeah.
Seth is a good dude though, man. Like, he's a really good dude.
The pictures, this is crazy. The pictures that are along the walls at iHeart,
Yes.
I installed those.
Yes.
Right?
You did a fabulous job.
Thanks. But I saw Dolewite then. I was like, hey, man. Hey, remember me? Like, what the fuck are you doing here?
When was this?
Shit, a
Couple years ago now.
couple years ago. But during that install, when we were there like 2 days or so, putting up fucking like 100 pictures, just nice photos of like iHeart events and shit.
Yeah.
And I seen Bobby Bones in the parking lot, and I knew I was at the building for a couple days, and I kept the book in my car. And I seen him in the parking lot walking with Eddie, and I fucking grabbed the book and like fanatic ran at him and startled the shit out of him.
Okay,
he signed my book though.
That's good.
Yeah, he signed my book.
His studio. Did you get to go inside of his studio?
So yes, and that
Was it built then? Was his studio built then? Because his studio,
he was in the bag a little bit, but he wasn't in the bag he's in now.
that fucking thing is beautiful. I remember the first time I walked down there, I was like, "Holy shit!"
Do you,
Like,
do you have a relationship with him?
we know each other.
Yeah.
I'd say that
They're
would
like
be
on
it.
a different floor of the building, right?
like and he's there at different times. You know what I mean? He's there at like 5 a.m.
Yeah, I
4
didn't. That was the only time I've ever got to meet him, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it was on some. He was like, "Yeah, man, here," and he signed it real quick. His hands were full of shit, bro. But he did sign my book.
Yeah, no, he's cool. He's
He stopped. He signed my book. He didn't have to. He could say, "Get the fuck away from me, weirdo." I mean, I was at his workplace, bro. Like,
no. If we see each other, we'll say what up real quick. But
That's
like,
cool.
yeah.
No, I was just asking if he's a douche or not. Just
Nah,
off camera.
I don't think I know him well enough to make that
declare
call.
it. Yeah, cool.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
real though.
I don't want to tell somebody. I don't tell you he's not a douche. I don't want to tell you he is a douche. I don't. You know.
Yeah.
It's just like, what up, man? What up?
But that was a cool ass install. Just being in that building because we were on each floor because like one day it was 102.5 and 102.9, I guess.
It's 107.5. Yeah.
Oh, 107.5
's in that building.
The party, the river.
The river. Yeah.
The river.
I remember those,
Yeah.
But those guys have been on the radio forever too. Woody and Jim.
Woody and Jim, my guys, man. Shout out Woody and Jim. I fucking love Woody and Jim, bro.
They're great people, man.
They know they are. Like, I fucking love. Like, sometimes I'll go into their office that are coming to mine. Like 30 minutes will go by, and I'll be like, oh shit, I had actual work to do here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll just bullshit with Woody and Jim all day. I'm on their show. They'll bring me in if they want to talk about something. They'll be like, yo, can you talk about this with us? And
dope.
Fucking love Woody and Jim, man.
Yeah, they're great people. Woody's the one that I've met like numerous times, and he followed me back on Instagram one time, and every once in a while he'll like a picture or something.
Yeah.
It's real shit.
Woody's
Cool.
Yeah, great guy.
Yeah.
There's like some kind of sports shit in there too, right?
No, there's WLAC, the news talk station. Is it?
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I knew that, but there's a bunch of shit going on.
Yeah,
in that building.
we have like 7 stations.
Dolewite got the biggest office in that bitch.
Is that where you record your podcast, or do you do that at the house?
I can do either one. Most of the time I record it in that studio.
It's because you're there.
Because I'm there.
Yeah.
It's easier than
Right.
running home. But I'm building a studio on our property at some point. Once
that's dope. Yeah,
once Davidson fucking County gives me my fucking permits to build this thing. So
Damn.
maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I should have said,
No, you can say that.
No, what's the amazing people at the clerk's office or whatever, whoever the fucking Davidson County
Whichever
signs all my
angle
shit.
works, man.
Yeah, whichever one I do. If I need to curse you out, I'll do that. If I need to be nice, I can do that.
Gotcha.
Too. So yeah.
I'll be sure,
give me my
check out
permits.
that podcast for sure, man. We'll put the
Definitely.
links in there.
The latest,
appreciate that,
the
yeah.
latest episode is featuring William Wilson Holmes.
William Wilson Holmes. Yes.
Shout out Sticks is
What up, bro?
That's dope, man. That's so dope.
That's my guy.
We'll have Sticks over here. He was supposed to come over here the day we did the interview with the podcast with Broadway, but he had his daughter, so he didn't.
Yeah.
But he's definitely he's a supporter of the podcast. He's gonna come through. That's our
my
dog
guy,
right there.
man.
Yeah, shout out
he's good
Sticks.
people.
He was great too. Like he was
fucking
he could
fire, bro.
He could fucking do this. So I was
Bruh.
like, yo, I hit him. I'm like, yo, like you need to speak publicly more often.
Nah, when he said I speak to these kids, he was talking about on your podcast how he speaks to kids at schools about credit and that kind of shit. And I was like, damn, bro, like I could hear that. Like it works.
Yeah.
The way he was carrying himself with the real estate and shit.
Yeah, no,
I've never heard him talk like that. Like real talk. Like I've ran into William Wilson.
Yeah.
Opposed to Sticksism.
Yeah.
Like I know the difference, but I've never heard him spit his shit as far as being
he
a realtor.
knows
He's
his
sharp,
shit,
bro. He's a sharp
he knows
tool.
his shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows his shit.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I'm proud to see what he's doing, dude. He
Yeah,
seems
me
to be
too.
doing really
That's
well.
my guy.
The Astro World.
Yes.
Dog.
So now lawsuits are trying to come out. And
Yeah,
shit.
Bro,
you had to
there's
see
a
that
lot-
coming.
There's a lot of them coming
Like
out
a
now.
couple $1 billion worth.
Yeah,
I think
dude.
I read.
They're trying to get fucking Travis Scott and Drake together on one just
Yeah.
because Drake came out for a song.
Yeah.
Had you ever been to any like festivals like that? Is that ever?
Yeah.
I'm not a festival person, so like I've never even been to fucking Bonnaroo before. Like
That's a different type of festival though, Astro World.
No,
Like,
yeah. But I didn't know if I'm not big on festivals either. But
I've been in club situations where there might be somebody performing that everybody wants to see or whatever, and I'll been in that crowd and you start pushing, and that shit is not for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't like this, and I'm at the first sign of that, I'm fucking out.
Yeah,
yeah, man,
1000%.
It was a terrible situation.
Yeah, it was.
It was crazy to see that a lot of those people were young kids too.
Yeah,
like
dude.
Your daughters.
But they were getting hurt because they were getting smothered.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. That's
Smothered.
crazy.
Like trampled is one thing. Like I'm motherfuckers get out of the way, help them
Yeah,
up.
dude.
But when the pressure is so much from just a group of
People
people
are passing
behind
out
you, you are
and
getting
stuff.
pancaked. You literally are like in a
that's-
crowded elevator.
That's a horrible. I mean, even if you make it out of that, like you're gonna have some PTSD
Oh,
after
dude.
that.
Could
Like,
you
that's fucking
imagine?
wild.
Could you imagine like turning to somebody and be like, "Bro, I can't fucking breathe."
Yeah, no.
It'd be a stranger, and that
Yeah.
stranger would be like, "Yeah, me neither."
And then you're just getting.
You're just there.
Next
There's
thing you know, you
no
look
way
over,
out.
You look over, and that stranger's gone.
Yeah.
Where do you,
Just lifeless.
What do you
still
think about
upright because of the pressure?
about Travis Scott? What people are saying? Do you think? What do you think?
I think the
how
show
he
should have been
handled
stopped. I don't know if he ever seemed to understand what was happening.
I don't know that he personally did, but from what I've seen is they've told a lot of people were telling a lot of those security people, and they weren't doing anything.
The footage of the girl running up and saying, "There's people dead down there,"
Yeah.
to a cameraman. The cameraman's like, "Get the fuck out of the shot."
Yeah.
Like that's some different
not cool.
shit.
Yeah.
And when Travis Scott recognized that ambulances was coming through,
yeah.
he said, "Get the fuck out of the way."
Yeah.
Ambulances. You know what I'm saying? It seems like when he was fully aware of what was happening, he became fully aware of what was
Yeah.
happening.
It's like you know.
It should have gotten to that point though. Like
Right.
they
You're
could have
absolutely
had
right.
They could have had other people listen beforehand. They could have paused it's a fucking concert, bro. Like you can pause it. You know what I'm saying?
Too,
Like
Right.
too. Like when you're standing on stage, bro, and those lights are in your face, you can't see
Nah.
what's going on in the crowd.
And he's fucking 30 feet in the air.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So I don't know how much he did or didn't know or what he could have done.
I think end of the day, I think it probably lawsuit, at least legally, it's his festival.
No, for sure.
So that
Yeah.
always falls back on him. Maybe not as an artist or as a performer, but
gotta
as
be
the
haunting.
CEO of Astro World. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and then the year before, didn't somebody get paralyzed or
Exactly.
something?
Like this is not. This has happened before.
So
like
it's kind of a
the first Astro
problematic
World they
thing.
had, somebody got like numerous people got hurt. Just nobody
wild.
passed away. I think. But
It's
anyway,
a sad situation, man. But we hadn't touched on it, but that's it's just.
but when I watched, same night I ate the shrooms, I sat out here and I
you
watched.
went to Astro World,
Bro, no, I did not. I did watch multiple performances though from Rolling Loud.
Okay.
That's a fucking festival.
Yeah.
And that was 40,000 plus people, and it was the same scenario. But bro, like, I saw artist after artist come out there and be like, all right, y'all, spread that shit out.
Yeah.
Everybody back the fuck up. Y'all get ready.
Like he invited that. You think maybe?
You know, but he would like Lil Yachty, for instance, and I'm not a fan of Lil Yachty at all, but I remember him specifically coming out to the edge of the stage and being like, all right, y'all, we finna do some dumb shit. We finna get crazy in this motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You gotta be in control of that.
These people are all out there like, what do we need to do?
Yeah.
He's like, spread out that mosh pit, spread it out.
Yeah.
Bro, when that shit dropped, bro, these motherfuckers go running at each other like a damn battle or some shit.
Yeah, it's wild. Bro.
Swinging and shit.
300 or something.
Yeah, it's wild because I don't have any of that in me and never did.
I'm
I
just
was
like,
never that guy. You know what I mean?
Over
Like,
here,
But then Post Malone would come out and do his set, and he'd be like, all right, everybody light this bitch up. And he, bro, 40,000 fucking lights up. It was just like unity at certain point. It was just different,
vibe
bro.
was different at the Astro World.
That shit at Astro World's like some crazy shit.
yeah.
Just to fucking be that obsessive to get that close to that stage.
Travis Scott has it's like a cult. Yeah, it's like a cult following.
That's
yeah,
what I'm getting at. That shit was different, bro.
Yeah. Travis Scott is it's weird because like even like from the radio side, like he's had like one record that was really, maybe two. He's had two records that were like really like just big radio joints. Mm-hmm. But he has this huge fucking following that he sells out everywhere he goes. You know, and what albums going on?
And the shoes are bananas. Like motherfucker, them shoes do numbers, bro.
Yeah.
And they had a brand new shoe finna drop.
It's a whole thing
for Astro World. Did you know that? Have you seen this?
No,
it's like a Air Max 90 type vibe.
I bet it didn't now, is it?
And it didn't
90s.
drop. But imagine what these shoes gonna be worth.
Yeah.
It's like it makes it worth that much more now, though.
Yeah.
And a pair of Travis Scott's, like them blue joints, the newer ones, they're like $800. The fuck you kidding me? $800.
I saw
bro?
something about where one of the lawsuits is like $750 million or something crazy.
Yeah. This is billions of dollars on the line
dude.
here.
So I don't. Overall, it's just a whole. I hate that those people lost their lives.
Absolutely. And shout out Travis Scott for picking up all the funeral expenses, that kind of shit. Like he's done. Openly said that he would handle all that out of pocket.
Yeah.
It didn't help too when he did that apology video. It didn't seem sincere.
It seemed like he was coming off drugs.
It was just like he was just
He may have been. You know,
He had to have been, bro.
he was in Astro World.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Like, dude,
he
this
was
motherfucker was up there. He was in that camera going.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah, man.
But yeah.
So I have like Pac-Man stories and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Pac-Man.
Never a dull moment with the Pac-Man.
No.
Shout out Pac-Man. He be boxing and shit now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I believe. Last I heard, he was boxing. Maybe.
Pac-Man's on Barstool Sports. There's this guy, the guy that does those weird interviews with random like famous people on there. I'll have to send you the link, but he's interviewing Pac-Man, and Pac-Man is laughing the whole time, bro. It's so funny.
Pac-Man, true story. I was at Rhythm Kitchen one night on a Thursday night, way back in the day, and Pac was there, and we were in VIP, and I was like, one of us was like, let's get a bottle. And it's not like me and Pac-Man was tight, and we ain't each other's numbers, no shit like that. We just knew who each other were, and I was there by myself. I think he may have been there by himself. I don't know. And so I was like, let's get a bottle of Goose or whatever. He was like, cool. So they bring out a bottle of Goose, and I go to pay for it, and Pac's like, no, I'm gonna pay for it. I'm like, we'll just fucking split it. He was like, no, he wouldn't let me pay for it. He paid for the bottle of Goose. There's a couple women in the section or whatever, so we pour them a little bit. It's a huge bottle, probably like a fifth, something like that. There's over half of it left after we poured out the drinks. Mm-hmm. And he was like, me and you gonna take this to the head. And I was like, no, the fuck we're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not taking Goose
Pac
to
was
the
ready
head.
to turn the fuck up, dog.
No, dude literally turned up the bottle, drank half the bottle, half of what was left in it, and then gave it to me. And I'm like,
your turn.
I was like, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not about to
I'm
throw
trying to
up
walk
on everybody.
Yeah. I'm trying to walk somewhere.
Like, I'm not about to throw up on everybody in this VIP section right now. And he looked at me with just, it may have been the most disappointed anybody's ever been with me in their life. Just a look of disappointment. And then he grabbed the bottle back and then took the rest of it to the head.
What?
Oh my God,
Yeah, true
dude.
story.
And
Damn.
it's not that bottle. It's the bottle above that one. It's the bigger one.
Yeah, it's a big one.
It wasn't one of the nights he caught a case or some shit, was it?
No.
Damn it.
That sounds like the
No.
prefix to like
Jesus Christ.
I think anybody would have caught a case if they drank that, but he didn't that night. Like, no,
We talked about Pac-Man a couple weeks ago when we were talking about him pulling up on Jelly at the SEAs, or Jelly going to SEAs with him. And
when Jelly was challenging
Pac-Man went up on Pac-Man went
Yeah.
up on stage with Jelly to get some
He had 10
award.
bands on him,
And Lil Flip was supposed to be in the building. He was up for an award. board or some shit, and Pac-Man's like, I got 10 bands on Jelly Roll.
Yeah, he was like, he says he's the freestyle king. I'll battle him right now. I got 10,000 on a.
Pac-Man said, we got them bands.
I forgot all about that. Who was it that talked
Pac
about
was
that? Was it
wild,
Fat Ed or somebody?
I think it was Fat Ed.
Yeah, we were talking about it, but
That's on film though.
Yeah, that's.
I'm glad Pat got it. Pat got his shit together towards the end there, man. I'm glad he did.
Yeah,
I really am.
he's real big on fitness and shit right now.
Yeah,
Man.
he played in Cincinnati for a long time.
Long
Ended up
time.
having a good career, quiet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for
And
sure.
I'm glad that he got.
I totally
got it
agree.
straightened out.
Shout out Pac-Man for sure.
Chad's a football fanatic. He can tell you probably as to the day.
He played real well for Cincinnati.
Yeah, he did
for sure.
No.
But even now, like I follow him on Instagram, and he's active on social media enough to where I know he's really active in fitness, and I know he dibble dabbles in the boxing world.
That's
Okay.
dope, man.
I know that
I mean, it
for
was
sure.
just. He was young, man.
Yeah.
When he got them,
Young kid.
young kid got that big NFL contract, bro. And,
Was that
you know
your
what I'm saying?
only encounter with Pac-Man you remember?
No. I mean,
I was fixing to say because he probably don't remember that encounter.
No, he can't. No, we ran into Pac. Pac was out all the
Yeah,
time.
he was always.
all the fucking time.
Remember, he was hosting. He was all over the Lido grind hard stuff.
Yeah, no, Pac was
Yeah, he was all over the place
everywhere back then.
Yeah.
How many mixtapes has Dolewite hosted?
I
you got
think
a-
it's just. Oh God,
Was
I
it
don't.
just Sticks?
I did. I forgot it. I did do sticks. I did one with Lido.
Lido?
We did all the old school beats. I forgot the name of that shit.
Oh,
But yeah, we did that one.
The
We did
80s
two of our own, and I probably gotten paid to do a couple other artists that I don't even remember. You know what I'm saying? Just like,
Of course.
they'd give me money, and I would.
Here's some
say,
drops. Here's some drops.
Here's
Yeah.
here's your script, and
Yeah,
I
for
would
sure.
read it and give them my vocals and send it back. But
Absolutely.
I think that was the main four. At
You
least.
still talk to Lido?
Every now and again, yeah. Me and Lido have always had a really good relationship, man. Like,
I've never met All Star.
really?
That's crazy, right?
That is fucking. That's insane.
The list is very small
Of that whole group, that's the only one that I don't know personally.
Yeah.
and I don't know
Faye
Trapper
and
Mandel.
Paper. Yeah.
I don't know him either.
I met him through Lido a couple times. I think Lido and I had lunch. I think before his daughter was born.
Yeah, he shout out to
Back when the
Trapper
world
Mandel.
was open.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
He just dropped Del Chapo too.
Yeah, he
Trapper
did.
Mandel's
Yes, he
banging.
did. I listened
Yeah.
to it today, actually.
It's banging for
Yeah,
sure.
Lido's all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
There's some
Shout out to
crazy
them.
ass tracks on there. Band plays got a lot of production on there. Shout out
Yeah.
Band
Sad
Play.
man, but like, man.
Speaking of band play, you want to talk about the Dolph situation?
Yeah, man. I thought that was fucked up, man.
R.I.P. Dolph.
Dude,
Yeah, I
that's
think-
one of my favorites, dog. One of
Yeah.
my favorites. The last four. Which speaking of Lido, the first time I ever heard of Young Dolph was on a Lido tape years before anybody. That was the same way. That's
Yeah.
the first time I heard Kevin Gates.
Yeah.
That's the first time I heard.
Oh no,
Dolph.
Lido's has always been ahead.
Bro, Don
Step ahead.
Tripp. Yeah, like
Yeah.
all them guys. That's where I first heard of Dolph was through Lido. Just to find that
Lido, to your point, Lido has always been a respected underground artist to a degree though that's like unrecognizable. Like you don't even really, unless he gets his flowers, like nobody.
He's one of my favorite. Of
You know
all
what did
time,
it for me though? Is when I heard Lil Baby say that shit.
Yeah.
When I heard Lil Baby say probably riding around listening or doing shit with
Lido.
I was like
Yeah,
all our Starlito?
Yeah, no, Lido.
Plug the fuck in.
I think that he really laid a blueprint of how artists can build their name, their brand, and everything online. Like,
Yeah,
for
for sure.
who has done it better than him? Who did it before him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I'm a fucking fan.
no, he has laid
Yeah, dude. He's a.
they should teach a fucking class on how Lido put himself on.
And his book's still being written.
For sure.
Like
Yeah.
he could
He's not done.
drop a tape tomorrow, bro,
Yeah.
and make noise.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you're talking about somebody that has literally been number one on the iTunes charts.
right?
You know what I'm saying? Independently, with literally no fucking help, no
Yeah.
machine. He is the machine.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And he
Merch, everything. Smart dude, man.
And you got to think
Yeah.
too.
Genius.
When he completely changed his style from when he was All Star and then he switched to Starlito. If you go back and listen, his style is completely different once he's Starlito. Like the way he
He grew
raps.
up, man.
Well, yeah, he grew up, but he just the whole.
He's
everything
always
about
been
it.
able to rap though, like rap,
Oh, for
rap.
sure,
Like,
for sure.
motherfucker can fucking rap.
For
He's
sure.
like rappers. All the rappers you talk to, they're gonna probably have Starlito somewhere. up
Yeah,
there on
yeah.
their list. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember Kevin Gates brought him up on the Breakfast Club one time. I remember I saw that. I was like,
Very true.
Like,
Very
yeah,
true.
I
Yeah,
remember I was like, yo.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of good names, local names dropped on the Breakfast Club. I've heard DJ Coop's name on the Breakfast Club before, numerous times from two different people. I heard Moneybag Yo drop his name and Duval.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Shout out Coop.
the Dolph situation, man.
That's so unfortunate, man.
Me and my lady were shopping, and Squints texted me and was like, "R.I.P. Young Dolph," and I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
Because dude, he's been in my top 5 like the last 5 years, bro.
What Dolph was able to do also independently, like
Yes, dude.
You a big fan of Dolph? You listen to him?
yeah, no, I fuck with Dolph. Man.
I can't really admit that I listen to him regularly, but I was a fan of the way he moved.
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
and I think that's the same with me. Like I listen to the. I always like the records they gave me for radio. Like,
Gotcha. That's kind of me.
I always like those records.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he had it, man. He knew what the fuck he was doing business wise. You know what I'm saying? Like
took care of his kids.
took care. Yeah, like
my other
everybody's
dog.
set up. Like everybody on.
Seemed humble as fuck.
Buying
Yeah, like-
foreclosures for them for their birthdays every year.
Yeah,
and stuff like that, dog.
And like Rocksteady was his DJ. Shout out to Rocksteady. These guys that just love this dude to death. Everybody that worked with him, nobody said anything bad about him. Nobody, to my knowledge, I don't know that anybody like left PRE. You know what I mean? Like he was showing everybody how to get it. You know what I mean? And it's tragic.
He took Key Glock, which I found out they were cousins. They're
Yeah.
cousins. He took him to that top tier level, and
Yeah.
he was letting him. I mean,
They say he was first cousins with Juice WRLD. Also,
No, he was.
Young Dolph was
Yeah.
first cousins with Juice WRLD.
yeah, dude,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
it's crazy, bro. And what's crazy, going back and like Drink Champs, there was the episode that Nori did with Dolph, and he even says in
Man, I
there,
saw that.
Man,
I saw the clip.
I wish you wouldn't go back to your hometown. Or
He said you need to get out of Memphis.
you need to get out of
Yeah.
Memphis because
And it was like 7 months before.
Yeah, most of the hate,
That's some crazy shit.
the artists that get killed in their own city, and it was and he was just trying to pass some OG.
And then what did he go back for? He went back to give fucking turkeys out.
It wasn't. I don't
Well,
think.
he was
I don't
get-
think
he
he
was
went back. I don't think he ever left.
He was getting cookies for his mom when he got gunned down.
I
but
think on
he
any
was
given
getting there.
day you could see him riding
Yeah,
around
maybe.
that Gallardo, like
Maybe.
in that Lambo, like just cruising. Like it wasn't. It was like
Yeah.
seeing Jelly Roll in that big ass truck.
Yeah.
It's sad,
man.
bro. But RIP
It is.
Dolph, man. I got that
for sure.
sucks.
Shout out Jelly Roll, man. Come do my fucking podcast, Jelly.
There you go.
There's
He'll
the
see
invite.
That was
this.
aggressive.
He'll
No,
see
it's
this.
fine. We'll send him this. He'll see it tomorrow.
To be, that's the best way to be with Jelly.
Okay, good.
Aggressive.
Good. All right.
Because he'll take it as all love, and I know
No, it
he'll
is
do
love,
bro.
man.
He loves you.
I've known Jelly for almost 20 years, man.
Yeah,
That's
he's
my guy. I'm proud of him, man. You want to talk about somebody that's created their own fucking lane,
Absolutely.
created their own genre of music. You know what I'm saying?
for
Like,
sure.
and then you never know what he's gonna do when he's dropping a record. Is he gonna be rapping? Is he gonna be fucking singing? You don't fucking know.
Dude,
you just
he
gotta
can do
listen
it.
and find out, man. And that's dope.
I know for a fact if your name came up in conversation around him, that's my guy. Is what
Yeah.
I
Oh,
would say.
for
No,
sure.
Immediately.
Jelly's my
Without a
guy,
doubt,
man. I
Jelly-
fucking love
yeah,
Jelly.
Jelly
I'm
rocks.
proud of
Yeah.
Jelly, man. I'm proud of everybody that's come out of Nashville. I really am, man. Like, this is a lot of love, dude. Like, if you made it beyond the city limits, people know who you are outside of the city, man. I'm fucking proud of you.
That's real shit.
Yeah.
Jelly's. Luckily, we've had a backseat to that whole ride.
Yeah.
and been plugged in for most of that, man. And it has been here lately a fucking tearjerker. To be
Man.
honest with you, bro.
Bro, it's just the
So
year
much emotion.
the year that he's had this
I'm
year,
telling
bro.
you, man. Having having girls make you a little soft. Dolewite.
Yeah.
I have 3, so I've been known to shed tears here and there and say words like cute and adorable. You know what I'm saying? It just happens, man.
Yeah.
I can't help it. I
It's
really
okay,
can't.
man. This is a safe space.
Thanks. But
Your podcast is a safe space for you.
it really
Yeah.
is, man. This is where I'm most comfortable for sure. But yeah, man, it's the things we've witnessed lately, man. As far as the opera and the rhyming,
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
crazy.
You know, the gold plaques and just him being, you know, staying in top 10 rock album for like 8 weeks straight. You know what I'm saying?
And then doing it all himself.
Dude.
Another one. He did it all himself.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know he's got a great team around him.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, there's not a fucking machine there. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
the
Like,
machine is the fans.
Yeah.
That's the machine.
yeah, it's definitely the fuel for the fire.
anytime you're there without that machine, the machine's probably looking at you like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you talk about inspiration, dude. Just check out Jelly's feed, bro. His damn Instagram story lately.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, just in front of crowds of 10, 12,000 people just screaming lyrics to his
I went
songs.
on the first 3 shows on this tour that he did, the Work in Progress tour. One of them was in Anderson, South Carolina. The other one was in Illinois, Taylorville, Illinois. But bro, I'm talking about 4,000 people in Anderson, South Carolina. It's pouring down rain, bro. And nobody left. It's pouring down rain, and everybody's singing every word to his song.
You know why? Because Jelly tapped into something that people feel within themselves. He started talking.
sure.
He started talking about his own shit.
Yep, relating.
And let his own shit out.
The more the more they could relate, the more they loved him.
And I bet you before he started making those records, there was some fear there to say, are people gonna like this? Or are they gonna fucking reject it?
Oh yeah.
When he made Save Me, he's talked about it on this podcast.
Yeah.
When he made Save Me,
Shit got vocal.
He was getting people to come listen to it because he was unsure of it. He was unsure of it.
It was so melodic,
it's
opposed to his trap house records.
First time I heard it, I said it's gonna be as big as shit.
It's a gold record. Like and it's still 80 million views on YouTube. Like it's crazy, dog. And that was a song that he was very vulnerable about because he's not rapping. There's no it's just a guitar and him, and it was like that's kind of what. That's the crazy thing, with him. But
you never know, man. You just got to put it out there
for sure.
You got to be you and put it out there, and that's what he's done.
You never know.
Fuck.
Shout out Dolewite, dude.
Shout out fucking Dolewite, dude. I swear to God, man. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here, bro.
Man.
Like
man.
and the fact, bro, that like you said, all I had to do was hit you.
Right.
And I hit him when this was premeditated. I mean, granted, he's a popular guy, and he don't read every DM, I'm sure. Right. But it didn't take much for me to get Dolo.
You know the really dope thing that I appreciate on your end?
What's up?
I was like, yo, I got you. This weekend, I think it was before my wife's birthday, and the week after that, like my wife was going out of town, so it was just me and the baby. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yo, give me a couple weeks. And then like you actually gave me a couple weeks. Like, so you know what I'm saying? And you're like, hey, I'm like, oh yeah, let's do, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people though, they be like, he's spinning me or whatever, or my wife's birthday this weekend. You can't do it Saturday. I'm like, no, that's her birthday, and you know what I'm saying. But you were like, cool, like I appreciate that, man. Bro, I really do.
You are a fucking program director for the only hip hop station in this city, bro, and you're
married with kids, bro.
Married with kids. So, they got a dog,
2.
A big fucking dog.
Yeah,
y'all got big fucking dogs.
We do, man. We live in the downtown area.
Have you ever
man.
seen his dogs, bro?
No, I've never.
Dolewite, please.
They'll fuck you up.
You got.
Here's the crazy shit. Here's a watch. No. I have a.
They're furry as fuck. What are they called, bro?
Okay, so look. Now we have one giant schnauzer. She's smaller, but we have a black Russian terrier, and our black Russian terrier before this one, Wally, who passed away February 2020. No, yeah, but we only had Wally, and then we ended up with the other 2 after he passed away. But Wally's a black Russian terrier, and black Russian terriers, were like developed by Joseph Stalin. If that kind of tells you what their mentality is going to be,
they're a little militant.
Yeah. So like,
this dog could eat me.
Man, we had to. I have scars on my body from Wally, like from taking bites from people because I'd be walking him and I'd be like, "Hey, man, we're gonna move to the other side," and people would still come around. And he just went after everybody. He was aggressive, crazy. Oh my God! If you weren't me or my wife, he wanted to murder you.
What kind of dogs you got now?
I have a black Russian. We still have a black Russian terrier. He's more chill. Zeke is more chill, but he's
not as big.
He's as big, but a little more chill.
I mean, a fucking monster.
He'll still fuck you up if you broke into my house.
We got to show Chad.
How were the dogs with the baby?
Oh, they're great.
That's good.
That's what I was going to ask next. So,
no, they're great.
I want a dog so bad, dude.
Get a dog, man. Dogs are the best, bro. But don't get from a breeder, bro. Adopt.
So, here's the problem.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
I got a cat, and we've had my oldest daughter. She's 15.
It ain't gonna bother.
And my cat is a gangster. Her name is Layla, and she's the shit. We love her, but we've had her for 11 years. And she's starting to show her age a little bit, but she ain't having no other 4-legged.
How do you know though?
I know.
No, you know when you know your pet. Just like Wally. Like Wally, we were like we can't have another.
Yeah. I don't want.
She would just torment it.
It's not that she would like torment it or attack it. I don't want her to hide from it.
Right.
You follow me? Like Layla owns this bitch, bro. She walks around this thing, puffy tail and all.
Don't pay a bill and owns the place.
Don't pay. Don't do shit.
Try to
don't mop the floor. Look, all she does is fucking puke everywhere.
Yeah.
Hairballs and shit.
Yeah.
That is I'm telling y'all, bro.
When the time comes, that'll be dope for the kids, though.
Fun fact: only time I ever almost get sick, literally, is cleaning up that cat's fucking puke. Is that horrible, bro? I've changed 3 kids' diapers in my life. None of that shit, bro. None of that. Strong stomach.
Yeah.
But cleaning up that cat's puke,
Something
bro.
about it.
Something about it, bro.
Our dog Zeke has like a very sensitive stomach. That's Zeke. I don't know if you can tell kind of how big he is in that picture.
It's a bruh.
He's 130 pounds, 120 pounds, something like that.
That's a big fella.
Yeah, dude.
he's a big dude.
If Hartley the baby was standing next to that dog, she would
look like she was.
Yeah.
Zeke's an appropriate name for that. I mean, that's
He's a gentle giant. Though.
I'm glad
He
we
really
talked
is.
about the dogs.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I want a dog so bad, but I'm at the point now that when we get a dog, do I want a big dog or do I want a small dog? Do I want a lap dog or do I want a big ass fucking dog?
I think you need like a Jack Russell sized dog, like a not a big.
I'm gonna say this.
A Jack Russell. Somebody told me the other day I needed a corgi.
I'm gonna say this: if you get sick from cleaning up your cat's throw up, get a fucking small dog because when my dogs throw up,
Yeah.
I mean, it's
and when I go outside in my yard to pick up their shit,
Yeah.
it's big.
He said pick up their shit. I can only
They'll
imagine.
puke a pile.
That shit's bigger than yours, Dolewite.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. I didn't even think about that shit. Look, when you said, how come you said don't buy from a breeder?
Okay, because there are so many dogs out there. First of all, breeders a lot of times aren't very ethical. So unless you actually know the person and know that they're an ethical breeder, at that point maybe. But also, like, there's so many dogs that are in the shelter right now that you can go pick up for
That's real.
a fraction of the money that need a home that will be
That's
very
real.
fucking.
That struck a nerve right there. I feel you, bro.
They'll be very loving and very loyal. And the other thing about it is. I don't know if you had a puppy before or not.
I haven't, bro. I've never owned a fucking dog. I already know what I want to name it.
Puppies are cute, bro.
Ask me my dog's name.
What's your dog's name?
Bishop.
Bishop.
Why? Go.
Because of juice?
Boom!
All right.
God, fuck with you, Dolewite.
You can't name. Yeah, but I'm gonna say this. Like, puppies are cute and they make good pictures.
Yeah.
Other than that, they fuck your whole life and house
Eat
up.
shit.
They eat shit. They're not potty trained. You know what I'm saying? House trained, potty trained. I'm still thinking like a kid, but
I'd exchange the cat puke for that. You follow me?
no.
Like,
No,
once I don't have to deal with the cat puke, I think I could deal with the
Well, Layla's
dog
getting
piss.
up there, bro. Just
exactly.
give it a little time.
That cat's gonna be 20 years old.
But an adopted dog, most of the time, they're already housebroken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You're right.
You could just let them right out and they'll go piss.
That is kind of
A big benefit,
factor.
yes.
There's so many dogs like the golden.
You're right.
retriever that I got
All
was
you
one
get
that
is
nobody
pictures.
wanted.
You're absolutely right.
All you get is pictures from a
adopted
puppy.
him.
Everything else is annoying as fuck.
Man.
We got my last dog, Wally, was 6 months when we got him, and he still like had puppy energy, but he was house trained.
Yeah.
But he had like puppy energy. So like the first night, like he jumped on me trying to play, and I don't know him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was this big fucking 100-pound dog like jumping on me. I'm like, holy shit. But he was just playing though. But I thought he was trying to fuck me up.
Great Danes is the only big dog I've ever been around, but I've been around a big fucking Great Dane, and I mean that
Great Danes are huge.
motherfucker.
There's a Great Dane in my neighborhood.
And his thing was to jump up on you.
Yeah, there's all
And
big
bro,
dogs
he
like
would
that
be
shit.
right there in your fucking. I'm not a big guy. I'm not.
My cousin had a Great Dane. He had to give it to his buddy because it was scared of storms. So whenever they were at work, and it would
Big ass
destroy the
pussy
entire
dog.
house, dude.
Sorry.
It would destroy the entire house while they were gone, and he had to give it to his buddy that had a lot of land and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was a huge dog, but it was scared to death, and it would destroy the whole house.
Our dog Wally was scared of storms. If you were gonna break in, you needed to do it while it was fucking raining. Yeah.
I can't have no big ass wimpy fucking dog.
No, my dog Wally was not wimpy, bro.
Just the storms
It's just the storms.
and a robber.
I've never seen a dog that didn't like that wasn't scared of storms.
Yeah, most dogs
We've
are
had
scared of
several
storms.
dogs in my lifetime,
Yeah.
and they've always been like
Our
that.
dog Abby now she's scared of shit of storms. She wasn't at first, but we had one storm where thunder hit so loud it like set off the glass break detector in the house, and ever since then she's been like fuck storms.
Set off the glass break detector.
We have a
Did you
security
catch that?
system. I live
okay,
downtown, bro. We got.
I didn't know if he was talking about like a glass, like whole facade front.
No, he
shit.
was just.
He's probably like I do got going.
The backside is all glass, so that's another.
Man, shout out
Hashtag
fucking
Dolewite.
Dolewite,
Let's
man.
go, man.
We were about to let him go, and then we started talking about dogs. What else can we talk about to keep him here longer?
Yeah, keep me here longer. I haven't been
talk
out.
about-
I haven't been out this late on a Friday night in like
dude,
5
you
years.
can hang out as long as you want, bro. What else can we got, Chad? What else we got? Come on, man. We're fixing to crash and burn.
Okay, we can talk about as far as like going back to radio.
Okay.
Are there some newer artists that are kind of catching your ear that are that
You know what?
really-
You know what I think is crazy right now is that YoungBoy NBA is like second in streaming to Drake but he has no presence on radio at all. Not just here, but everywhere. Like he has very minimal presence on
It's
radio.
crazy. Where do you think that comes from?
How does that work?
I think that I think radio is different than it used to be, right? So like when you were talking about when you were a kid, you would listen to the radio 8 o'clock nonstop. I was the same way. I would lock myself in my room and I would listen to fucking Ryan Cameron on V103 in 8th grade. I remember those days. Kids don't have to do that anymore because every song they could ever want is right there in the palm of their hand, where we were hoping the radio station would play that one brand new song that we wanted to hear, and so we'd sit through everything to hear it. You don't have to do that shit anymore. It's right there.
I remember when the internet changed.
Pablo, Raise Up, dude. I waited every night for the radio.
Oh, it's my song. It's my song. It's got to be number one. Shut up.
Come on,
exactly. And you'd be mad if it was number 2.
And I remember recording it and over tape. I remember having to put a piece of Scotch tape over the one like tapes that you had to record over.
Yes.
Cassette tapes, man. Fuck every listener that don't know what a cassette tape is. And you should see the analytics. We got some young cats that listen to this shit. Fuck y'all young motherfuckers. Y'all make me feel old.
But I think that's why. I think that he's just.
So we talked about Astroworld and Travis Scott and how his fans are like cult like.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So I've never met somebody that just says, man, NBA YoungBoy is the shit.
Go to a
younger.
Go to a middle school because I went to a career day in middle school, and
they're all on that shit.
Oh my god! Oh, he is that guy.
Wow.
I bet he's on Kimura's playlist. I bet you.
That's crazy. So and I
actually like the music they sent me to radio. I actually like
the singles are picked nicely.
Yes,
but it seems like everything in between that I see number 1 trending on YouTube it's not, bro. But he does have that talent. He really does.
He's a talented dude,
bro.
But he works a lot too, boy. Tape after tape after tape.
He's been locked up.
He just got out. He's house arrest in like Utah or some shit.
This is a shameless plug. Trap Geek on YouTube. It's a dude that I've subscribed to for a few years. I think I've shared something with you. But this dude does like in-depth like criminal case follow-ups on some of these guys and their entourages and shit, like Chief Keef in Chicago.
Right.
NBA YoungBoy and his crew. But he's recently, just like 2 days ago, premiered a new episode, and it was about NBA's crew. It's called the NBA crew.
Yeah.
Right? Whoa.
Yeah.
Check that. I'll send you a link, Dolewite. I'll send you a link.
This up.
It opened my eyes to how these boys move, bro. And it's some serious shit. Like, for these kids to get to the status they are, NBA YoungBoy in particular.
I think he's like, 21?
And this motherfucker, in the streets where he's at, he is unfucking touchable.
Bro,
I believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, like a fucking god, bro.
To be number 2 in streams with no radio.
Yeah, I mean, he's like
every one of them records go gold.
Yeah.
So the bag is coming. It's endless. Like the funds are there.
At one point, I don't know if this is still true, but at one point he was like YouTube's #1 artist.
No, for sure.
On all of you,
I don't doubt it.
Like,
I don't doubt it at all.
Yeah, and he's got like 7 kids.
Crazy.
Bro.
It really is crazy.
Oh God, I have one. One kid is kicking my ass. I could not imagine having 7. No offense to anybody with 7 kids, but I'd be like, fuck.
I'm pretty sure he's got 7 baby mamas.
Yeah,
and one of them's Floyd Mayweather's daughter.
Yeah, I would have gone in after like 4.
There's a lot of dope artists that are.
Did you ever see the video of NBA before we get off of that NBA YoungBoy when he was fucked up in the studio on drugs or some shit?
I looked it up after you told me.
No,
bro, I also do that link too. This motherfucker's fucked up. I don't know if he's like twacked out on Molly or some shit, but he is like spaced out, bro, and he's like leaning probably like 10 or 12 inches from the wall, and he's got his shirt off, and Mayweather's daughter's there. She's filming it, and this motherfucker's like in the wall, and his eyes are closed, and he's like looking at the wall saying, you know who I am?
He's just
motherfucker. I swear to God.
To the wall?
To the wall. I swear to God.
Probably saw
but look,
totally
his homie is standing behind him with his arm out, and he's got NBA YoungBoy by his pants right here, because dude is literally like.
What are we doing?
Woo! Don't know. Need
sit
it.
Down, man. Sit down somewhere.
Sit down, bro. And he's he's hype. He's so mad, bro. But he's so fucked up. Jeez, man, you don't know what the fuck I am. Fucked up,
man.
Bro,
crazy shit.
He was talking to the radio.
But I have to send y'all that link, bro.
That's crazy, man. That's
the gang shit.
That's a crazy stat.
And like what's happened while he's been locked up.
I don't even know what he was like locked up for. I know he was a trouble dude.
He was on parole. He's been arrested like 20 27 times or some shit. This little fucking dude really digs deep. Salute to that guy, Trap Geek. I wish I knew the kid. I need to just fucking come in and salute his videos.
Those channels are really cool. There's a couple like that.
And he don't put out a lot. He really don't. But when he puts
it takes him
It probably takes him a long time to do the research. He wants to make sure that he's getting everything right.
I came up on him when King Von died. And I started reading into all that shit with like Dirk and like those guys, bro.
That's
like that's a
Chicago
fucking
shit is serious.
That is a shit show, bro.
Chief Keef's not in Chicago anymore, if I'm not mistaken.
But he got goons out there.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a like I said, dude, like a god out there.
Yeah.
Like they fucking respect the shit and like Gucci in the Atlanta.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Like in the
guys,
trenches. Like this motherfucker is. He could roll through there and whatever with whatever on and do whatever he wants at any given moment, and that's how like NBA YoungBoys live. And at least from what I don't know shit. I'm just a stupid fucking suburb guy.
He's definitely. If you took a poll, for
he's that guy.
Like teenage kids, middle school, high school
fucking
kids,
guy.
NBA YoungBoy and Lil Baby. I mean, are going to be the top.
Lil Baby's that guy though. Lil Baby's
he's one of my favorite artists.
He just keeps getting better.
Who is Dolewite's current favorite artist?
That's tough.
Come on, man.
Name a few of them.
There's got to be one.
Name a few.
That's tough.
Okay, so who are you looking forward to next? Either to come back or to come out.
That's tough.
From your position as far as like,
I mean,
radio.
I mean, for us right now, I can tell you with what we do right now, our two top artists on the station are Baby and Moneybag.
Yeah, for sure.
I can say that.
Yeah,
Lil Baby.
Just looking at Lil Baby and
love Moneybag Yo.
Yeah,
love
both of them.
That's my favorite Memphis rapper for sure.
And both of them, like, as far as like test scores and shit, they come back like it's always Lil Baby, Moneybag Yo, Lil Baby, Moneybag Yo. Where 5 years ago it was just like 10 Drake records would be the top 10 attested. You know what I'm saying?
Do you get sick of that? I could see you getting sick of it. Sorry to cut you off. I could see you getting sick of it before any of us.
Yeah, no. I could. Sometimes yes, it depends on what it is. But I actually enjoy Drake.
I love Drake. He's my favorite artist.
I think he's. And I like the fact that he can. I like the fact that he can do one dance and then he can pull off Knife Talk.
Exactly.
And you don't doubt either one of them. So you're like, he did both.
So when we started touching on Lil Baby, pause. I said, Lil Baby's my current favorite rapper. And that's exactly what he is. Rapping, I think that motherfucker's so cold. Yeah. And even to the melodic shit. But Drake is my favorite artist. Like, hands down. I think, dude, everything he does is gold. He can't miss. Like, he plays with the industry because he's so good.
Yeah, and I think 10 years ago, you would have asked me, I would have told you. I would have laughed. And for me, it would have been Kanye then. I think Kanye was my guy, and he just went way too far.
Ain't that funny, man? That is the funniest fucking thing. How, like, if Through the Wire and Best I Ever Had, if those two records came out at the same time, there is no fucking way you could convince me that Kanye West on my personal playlist would be much lower than Drake.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what's crazy is I remember when Drake was first dropping, I remember DJ Drama was in the studio with us and he was like, I could see him being like Kanye, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, get the fuck out of here, blah blah blah.
Dolewite's over like this.
I was wrong.
I was hanging out with DJ Drama.
I mean, I've known John for a long time though. Like
me too.
We knew each other in Atlanta.
Not really.
Back in the day.
But
we're the same age. You
that's
know what
cool.
I'm saying? Like we was running around in the same.
He's
dope.
He's doing well for himself. Dude.
He's done quite well, yeah.
Shout out to Lil Uzi Vert
and Jack Harlow's his artist too.
Oh God, yes. Oh
yeah, he's doing well.
Jack Harlow's fucking hard,
my
bro.
My brother put me on to Jack Harlow before he blew up when he was doing the
Mel, will you grab me something to drink?
in Kentucky. He was doing like just the local stuff. And I was like,
all kinds of sugar over there.
They're serious for sure.
I really like the Tyler Hero record, man. That was my shit. I like that video too. Like the videos you saw of Jack Harlow up until, and then you saw Tyler Hero. You're like, when I saw Tyler Hero, I was like, oh, this kid's a star now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like he was just like
he's a fucking star.
Yeah, he was like this curly haired kind of geeky kid at first.
Agreed.
And then Tyler Hero, you're like, oh, he's a fucking like a real star. Like they really made this dude a star. You know what I mean?
What's popping out the gate was a smash record.
Super dope record.
Phenomenal. I didn't really care for the remix, but the original record, like out the gate, you're like, who's this?
Yeah, who's this kid?
Like, and then he's from Kentucky.
Yeah,
I can't lie. Wayne did shit a little bit on that remix though.
He really did. And to be honest, they all did.
Oh, of
Baby,
course.
Tory Lanez.
The
Well, I
baby
think-
is. I mean, he.
I think when you hear an original record, sometimes it's hard to come back with a remix, even if everybody snaps.
Yeah,
You're
it's just to keep the
sure.
bag
Just-
rolling, man.
This is the one that I'm fucking familiar with. You
No,
know what I mean?
absolutely.
I'm gonna
For sure.
stick with this one.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's how I always been.
So, the Shroom night, Jack Harlow's performance at Rolling Loud, phenomenal. Big set. He had probably like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Did like 4 or 5 songs. Smash fucking set, man. That kid's
He
entertaining.
makes smash.
Do you do
records, man.
shrooms a lot?
So yes and no. I used so through high school, man, there wasn't shit you could really hand me and I would test it or I would say no. Like I was just that guy.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't do it because of like just to be like a drug addict. I would do it for the experience.
Right.
It seems like every time I've done drugs, I've had a great experience. Sorry, not to put that message out there. I got kids. But with that being said, it seemed like hallucinogenics was always a fun ride. Right? And whether it be acid, LSD, or it be ecstasy or shrooms, it's always been fun. But as I got older, supply and demand wasn't what it was. So I mean, the streets ain't just full of that shit no more.
Right.
But shrooms is something that's forever been in existence and continue to like thrive now. And through like weed coming legal,
Shrooms are next.
shrooms are next.
Yeah.
So shout out Gaia Healing. Let's pause for that real quick. Shout out to our sponsor, Gaia Healing,
Sponsor,
right
yeah.
here. Shout out to my man Mike, Mount Juliet. Y'all go check him out.
Shout out.
Yeah, so with all this like medicinal purposes coming to light now, you know what I'm saying? And like clinical studies being opened back up and this kind of thing, they're microdosing. is a thing.
Microdosing, yeah.
And as I became fell in love with podcasts, like that's all I listen to, Dolewite. Except on Fridays, New Music Fridays, I listen to everything, every genre, everything new. And then just add to my playlist and then right back to podcast.
I'm a podcast guy too now.
Right? It's weird how that,
Yeah.
I think that's us getting old.
Might be.
Right? It's weird. But what was that, Chad? What was that?
A New Music Friday, mushrooms.
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 So Rogan and all these guys
Yeah, for
started
sure.
continuously talking about microdosing and,
Yeah.
and the elements of microdosing, et cetera. And then one of my favorite artists got on that same shit. And I listened to his shit seemed like the most. And then like it was just more influential. I just kept hearing about the benefits and like experiments with mushrooms. But the smaller doses, not the recreational doses.
Right.
And
What do the smaller doses do? Like microdose? Is it just like a?
I'm gonna get you there.
Okay.
So, and then shout out Guy Healing, my man Mike. He was at the time he was in Colorado, where it's a lot of different laws out there and stuff. And he started showing packaging of microdosing kits, so to speak. And the way that these things came through to me, it was basically looked like an ice tray, like a bunch of little squares, right, like knocked out. And it was like a advent calendar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like from the holidays?
Yeah.
Where you would peel one back per day. Follow me? And then inside each day was a little piece of chocolate. And that piece of chocolate would consist of whatever grams of shrooms, psychedelic mushrooms, some kind of strand that did something, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But when I saw it, I knew exactly what it was. It was a microdosing kit. And I hit my man Mike in Colorado, and I was like, bro, when I see you, I need that. Don't know if I can put that in there or not. But at the same time,
When you go to Colorado where it's legal, you need that.
exactly. Anyway, I had the opportunity more recently to have some of those type products.
Okay.
And I wanted them for that purpose. Not to get like I would as a kid. And,
Right.
Back in the day, we get I've said this before, we get a fucking quarter of shrooms. You know, me and Chad, we're going to trip shrooms tonight. But we got a quarter, and we're going to split it. You get an eighth, I get an eighth. You got a handful, I get a handful. We're tripping nuts. Here we go. These things come through in like pieces of chocolate and shit, and they're like cut off with like directions on them to eat. How many take you to what level, right? And one night. So the first time I had them, they were like real shrooms, like
Right.
the mushrooms, and I had a bag, but I didn't eat the whole bag. I didn't eat half the bag. I ate like two little pieces, like of the stems or whatever, and I felt the effects.
What?
But I didn't leave the earth. And then like 2 days later, I ate double that. And I left the earth somewhat.
Right.
And then the grand finale.
You knew you were out of here. I got it. But people use microdosing to what? To like chill anxiety? Is that
Exactly. I think it's good for a lot of different elements.
Because I have fucking anxiety, dude.
It'll definitely calm some anxiety. I think it gives you a whole different approach on life, period.
That's what I've heard about psychedelics. So I did shrooms one time when I was in college. I didn't eat many.
Yeah.
And I just remember I had a headache. I don't know if it was from the shrooms or not.
Right.
And I had this picture of Biggie on my wall, and he had already deceased. And it was
moving.
No, it wasn't moving. It was thundering and lightning that night, and so like the lightning would hit the picture, and it kind of freaked me out a little bit. So I just got up and took a walk, but I wasn't like fucked up. I didn't leave the earth.
Gotcha.
That's the only time I'd ever done. Now I used to do ecstasy a lot, and I thought ecstasy was dope.
Actually, was dope.
Yes. And now they do Molly. I think I never did Molly. I stopped doing ecstasy when I was in college,
maybe 3 or 4 times in my life, but it was later. It was later.
Is it better than ecstasy?
It's kind of the same spiel.
Okay. So they just
literally kind of the same spiel. Like depends on what kind of ecstasy you have. Like some ecstasy be all smacked out, and you say, oh, you know what I mean?
now
it's feel weird.
I think now it's like unsafe to buy anything because of the fentanyl
Exactly.
shit. Everybody's fucking up everything. People are dying from that shit. So like I wouldn't even think about taking ecstasy.
1,000,000% agreed. So let's just stick to the earth
natural shit. Yeah, the natural
fucking
shit.
Weed and
which
shrooms
should all be fucking legal.
And-
In my opinion, all drugs should be legal. Every fucking drug, like if.
To an extent, I agree.
I think that instead of throwing people in jail for it, we should have some kind of rehab system. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and with a award on the back end.
Yeah, like you shouldn't go to. I don't think you should go to jail for harming yourself.
Nope. But you should be applauded for stopping harming yourself.
Yeah. I can get with that.
Treat it just like alcohol. Like I can sit here and
alcohol's
get drunk.
Worse than fucking weed, and
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can sit here and get plastered on alcohol, but they're not going to take me to jail if I'm in my own crib.
No.
But if
they
you're
might,
getting
Chad,
fucked up on drugs or something, same scenario, but because they're illegal, they're going to take you to jail for it. Like I should.
Stupid.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
It's dumb. They get rid of that shit.
But yeah, my fault. The microdosing thing is it's a different deal. When I took the smaller doses, it was kind of it's a ride, man. But it gives you a different perspective on a lot of it. So for the anxiety question, yes, 1,000%. Too much though, and you're gonna start leaving Earth.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Too much. You're not. But you shouldn't be around kids either, right? Like you know what I mean? Like
correct.
Yeah.
So when I've taken these trips. The brand was literally called Golden Ticket, right? And on the packaging, it would say, eat one. It was a square, pretty thick, right, square piece, and it had like a diagram, like 9 blocks. And each block was labeled like point, blah, 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 something gram, some shit, whatever. And it would say on the packaging, 1 gram for this, 2 blocks, 1 to 3 for this, 3 to 5, or 5 to 6, what the fuck ever. And it said eat all 9, and it said, what did it say, Chad? It will take you all the way home, is what it said on the package.
I can't fool with any of that, man. I get freaked out too.
I'm not trying to go all the way home, but I'm always trying to find ways, especially natural ways to
say less. I got you.
I'm not asking you for anything. For the record.
Got you, Dolewite.
In case there are any police officers,
I got the message,
right now.
I got you, bro.
No, he's got you with information. That's what he's talking about.
My car is being loaded right now. Like I'm gonna do the fucking speed limit on the way home.
But it seemed, I don't know, man. Maybe it's the kid in me. When I had these tickets, so to speak, I did the dosing part. Just to test my, because bro, I used to be active in that shit, bro. So you got to, and I've never had a bad experience. A lot of people talk about bad experiences with hallucinogenics, and that's just something. Luckily, I've never encountered nothing negative except for the vomiting stories I've told you.
Oh yeah,
and I was on shrooms, and someone else was, and they vomited in front of me while they were driving a car. Horrible story.
And we know you don't like vomit from the cat stories.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah. And when they woke up, when they wake up from this, they were still on shrooms. So it was a horrible experience. It's happened twice.
Out of a sleep at a red light.
Yeah,
in a car they were driving.
And one time
doesn't sound safe.
I had to take them to my house when I lived with my mother. I had to take them to my house and they explained to my mother, we have ate mushrooms. He has passed out at the wheel and proceeded to vomit all over himself. I've managed to get us home. Help. And my mom be like, what? Crazy shit, bro. But with the 2 or 3 that I had, ultimately the last time I ate the whole fucking thing. And I swear to God, I found like 2 or 3 artists I've never heard of that I absolutely love now.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
Do you listen to them when you're not on shrooms?
I do.
Are they the same?
Tusi is the one that I found. You ever heard Tusi?
Yeah, I know Tusi.
Dope as fuck.
Yeah.
But
same management as the baby.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
I was not familiar with Tusi at all.
Yeah.
I don't know how I wasn't, to be honest with you, now that I've like went down the rabbit hole. But phenomenal artist. I think he's dope as fuck.
You know what? The only thing I never liked about ecstasy.
Oh.
There was a time when you would come down, but you still kind of felt the side effects, but you were not. What do they call it when you're on X? I forgot. Rolling anymore. You weren't really rolling.
Yeah.
And so like you would just be like, I'm like, okay, I'm ready for this to be done. I just want to go to fucking sleep.
Yeah.
And I'd like lay in my bed and like my foot would just move or some shit. And I'd
Yeah.
be like, fucking my foot could stop moving.
Yeah.
I could actually go to sleep. But
Right.
Then it wouldn't. That's the only thing I didn't like about it. Everything else I loved.
We used to go on binges with that shit, bro. Like two or 3 days at a time. Like whole weekends, just fucking.
You probably
rolling
didn't
balls.
sleep at all. You're
Nope.
probably fucking tired
Absolutely.
of shit when that
Yep.
was done.
1000%.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
And I never wanted it. Like the other thing I liked about X was like you would do it and then I wouldn't like have to do it again for however long I wanted. It wasn't addictive.
But the openness that ecstasy would give you, as far as like being open to conversation or
Yeah.
to being like being brave towards certain things, like just to have that like self-confidence.
Yeah. I enjoyed ecstasy.
Microdosing can get you there.
Okay.
You follow me?
Yeah.
Give you like a cool, like nothing really matters, but it matters.
Is microdosing kind of like taking CBD instead of smoking weed?
I wouldn't know. You have to ask Chad.
Okay.
I love CBD. That's what
Chad swears by it later. Again, shout out guy.
That's what helps me sleep. I mean, I was taking like melatonin and stuff to sleep and I started taking CBD and I don't have to do any of that stuff anymore. And it gets rid of my headaches and it's just spray. It's like
I've done CBD numerous times.
Yeah.
Numerous times I've done CBD oils and stuff.
It helps with joints, like joint pain and
So
stuff.
for sure, that is the product that I've got from Gaia that I enjoy the most. Same with Amy. She had a bad like crick in her back last week just from sleeping funny on the couch. Like fell asleep, woke up like and it hurt for like 3 days. And Mike gave us this fucking ointment shit, and I got like some tendonitis, old man shit in my left elbow that it fucks with me from holding kids. I swear to God, every time I hold the baby for like 5 minutes and put her down, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
But that fucking shit works. I had it out here earlier.
CBD definitely. It helps me. I mean, it's helped me.
It's crazy. Yeah, I put it on and it's like got a.
I never tried a cream or a rub. Like
I have to show it to you because before you, when you smell it, it's almost like a. I don't want to say Bengay or icy hot. It's not that kind of strong potency, but it's still kind of like minty-ish enough. And you put it on, it gives you kind of mint feel. But once it sets, bro, it does something to you.
No, for
like
sure.
you'll feel like a different feeling. I mean, it's hard to explain, but I didn't believe it till I used it. And this shit fucking works. Like I can put it on my elbow and not feel my elbow.
I've done the oil for anxiety before. I've never done like.
And see, I have two right now. I have one over there that's for anxiety, and I have one for sleep. And I don't really use the one for anxiety. I use the one for sleep. And
The CBD that I do, it helps with my anxiety too.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you. I
just
smoke.
spray it 4 times. Like
Shit.
it just tastes like Banaka or something. It just tastes like that.
I liked smoking back in the day, but I could never be functional.
On weed?
Yeah.
Like
I'm kinda
if
the
I smoke
opposite.
weed, like that's it. I'm like,
Yeah, you just
that's it. That's all I've done. That's the one thing that I'll do that day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like nothing else gets accomplished. It's just what Dolo do. Oh, he smoked. He's done.
Yeah.
No,
I could never be functional. If I could be functional, I would do it more.
Yeah.
Yeah, people see me and how I don't know, man. It's kind of like when y'all speak on anxiety and shit. I don't know. It kind of curbs my anxiety.
No, I'm
The
sure it
smoking.
does.
I don't take medication.
You know what curbed my anxiety for the longest? I used to. I was a nicotine guy.
Oh yeah, I still am. I smoke
fucking-
squares. I hate it.
No, I went from Black and Milds to I did vape for a while, and then when I found out my wife was pregnant, I was like, I'm getting off of the nicotine.
Did you
But I
dip?
miss nicotine. No, I never dipped. I tried dipping one time. I think I threw up.
I did.
Yeah, I did
I
too.
played
Fucking
ball.
was
I played.
I
disgusting
threw up
shit.
off a bandit. Like
Yeah, this shit is disgusting, man.
Bro, I played baseball and I smoked since I was a teenager. So like all through baseball, when I couldn't smoke on a field or in a dugout, I'd fucking have to do snuff or fucking some kind of tobacco. And that shit fucked my mouth up so bad.
Nicotine got my anxiety level down enough,
crack this
but
door.
where I could still like get shit done.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about nicotine.
Yeah.
But now I'm not on it, and now I'm like just
Do you still feel it?
what anxiety?
No, nicotine fits.
No. Nah.
Because some people say they still do, like years after.
No.
I can't deal with that
don't mind like cigarette smoke though. Like it doesn't.
Bro,
bother
if we go see a movie, like a 2-hour movie, I'm jonesing. It took me a
used to
long
be the same
time.
way.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to get to that point. But I'll admittedly tell you that I will fucking go nuts.
Yeah. No.
Crazy. Like, I have to fucking smoke a cigarette. That's horrible. I hate that shit.
Stop.
Just stop doing it.
It sounds great, guys.
I went. This is what I did. This is how I did it. All right. I started vaping, and I went from like whatever the highest nicotine was. I took it down the next week, and I did 2-3 weeks on that level, and then I took it down until I was literally vaping
Nothing.
No cigarettes. No, I mean no nicotine.
You
at
were
all.
reverse microdosing.
Yes.
That's what you were doing.
Yeah.
That's what you can do with the cig.
Yeah.
bro.
Hey, man, whatever it takes. I really hate it. My kids hate it, and I sit out here working a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just smoking.
Even my logo's got a smoking gun on it.
Yeah. You gotta stop.
But we smoke. It's cool. Everybody relax. It's cool, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
You're the one that said you hate it.
I do.
No, we're trying to help you.
We're agreeing with your hatred, and then you get on us.
We'll come-
Definitely.
Next
Fuck
time
it, keep
I do
smoking
this,
then,
I'm bringing Nicorette with me or something.
There you go.
Right. So I have the patches. My mom got me patches. And I
That didn't work.
They do. They really fucking work. But it's more just the habit of the shit, I guess, man.
Is it just like the
Yeah, it's the habit. But if I put the patch on, they say if you smoke a cigarette and you got a patch on, you fucking give yourself a heart attack. That's too much.
Well, yeah. Well, but if you're getting the patch,
I didn't know that.
you're still.
I swear, dude. Google that shit.
But if you're getting the patch, you're getting the nicotine fix. You're still getting the smoking thing from that.
But it's not this.
But it's that. You're
Can't
doing
you
it
do
right
the
now.
same thing with your actual fingers? Is it the finger?
Is it just
I don't
the?
know.
It's just the habit, bro.
I feel like I'm being cornered, guys.
You are.
Dude, this is an
You are.
intervention.
It's the intervention.
I feel like I'm
That's
being
the only
attacked.
reason I agreed to be here was to get you off of nicotine.
Is that what this is,
That's
Chad?
what this is, yeah.
we didn't wanna
He
say
begged
nothing.
me. He was like, you're the only one that can get him off of Newport. Those are Newports too, bro. Like,
Yeah,
those are
they're-
real fucking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Come
They're
on,
like
man.
$30 a pack.
Come on,
dog.
yeah, come on, man.
He said those are real fucking.
No, like those. That's so fucking. It's like the most hardcore type of cigarette, though.
It's like the Bowser of
Yeah.
fucking cigarettes, dude.
go get some Virginia Slims or something and take it down a notch, bro.
Get some
Like,
ultralights, bro. Jesus Christ. That's crazy.
just have fiberglass in them.
Noted, man. As I sit here and take my third blunt to the face as we sat here.
I got some shit to say, man. We had some shit to say with Dolewite.
Fuck yeah.
We're going on an hour 40, man. That's dope.
Yeah. I can't believe we've held him hostage this long.
I know.
Hey, man, it turned out good, bro. We appreciate you coming through.
Hey, man, I appreciate you guys having me. Next time I come, Squints is gonna be off nicotine.
There you go.
Fuck.
It's the only way I agree to come back.
Whoa.
There's
Damn,
your goal,
boy.
dude. There's your goal.
Fuck, guys. Now I gotta quit
We
smoking
can't even ask him unless you're off cigarettes.
to get the
dude.
That's right.
gatekeeper back, man.
That's right. I'm gonna ask Chad too.
Yeah.
I'm like, is he off the cigarettes?
That's Squints quit smoking for
And he knows I'm not going to be able to lie. I'm like,
Squints
well,
said he hadn't been smoking.
He's like,
I can
just,
hear it now.
just lie to him, Chad. Tell him I'm done.
But yeah, bro, I appreciate the fuck out of you, dog.
Hey,
like
man,
I swear to God, it's like it's so surreal that you came through. I don't know why it is to me because, like I said, having you here, bro, it just feels so natural and.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I would definitely do it again. And
There you go.
I appreciate you guys having me
Get
for
off
sure.
cigarette Squints and he'll be back.
But yeah, man, Dolewite, the motherfucking gatekeeper, is here, and we appreciate
yeah.
you, bro. It's say something. You got something to say?
Check out my podcast and my
Yes.
radio show.
The
Both of
Dolewite-
them.
the Dolewite
all of the
podcast.
above.
For
Yeah.
sure. We'll have the links in the description. Y'all be sure to subscribe to it.
Yes,
We definitely will.
it's available everywhere. But I think I only am allowed to say out loud that it's available on the iHeartRadio app.
No, that's fine. Yeah, we'll put that link on there.
I'm kidding. No. It's available everywhere.
Okay.
Surely it is.
Everything.
It better be. It's
Yeah.
great content. Y'all check that shit out for real. Chad will put the link in the description
Yeah,
below.
for sure.
But bro, again, a million fucking thanks, bro.
Man, thank you,
I
guys.
really appreciate having you over, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's I got some shit to say to podcast. ChadArmesTV.com. Dolewite,
Yep.
motherfucker. RP Scoob.
But bitch, we got views.